It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we've got a beer from Bullhouse Brewing Company, and this is their Road Trippin Extra Pale Ale. This one's coming in at 4% ABV, described as light, zippy, crisp and citra. 440ml can. It's got the indie beer label on the back. I haven't been on a road trip myself for a few months. I do like road trips, so reading this label has got me slightly jealous. We're kind of like early September 2025 reviewing this, and the days for the road trip are fast ending for this year, so I must do something myself. But let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. One of my favourite names of a beer, and the artwork and the label came from Bullhouse Brewing Company. It was called their Rolling Papers. I just thought that was a magnificent name for a beer because it reminded me of my two grandparents, who both used to roll up cigarettes and smoke cigarettes, especially in the pub. The old pouches of Golden Virginia. So beer in the glass, we've got a 1 finger white head, good levels of slow moving carbonation. It's a hazy straw, well, light amber, let's call it light amber coloured beer. I'm not sure if you can see it, there it is. Rolling Papers by Bullhouse Brewing Company. Put a sticker on the inside of my kitchen unit. I liked it that much. So there's a look at the beer. It looks really good. Now, you can pick up this beer at the wonderful nearestbeershop.com. They're based in Bridgend in South Wales. They've got a fabulous range of beer. Over 250 beers in store. Well, most of it is in fridges. Craft beer, craft cider, spirits, mead, beer subscription club, and a gluten-free range of beers. If you go to the train station in Bridgend, it's literally just around the corner in Caroline Street. So if you're looking for a train beer, I've done it a few times now, pop to nearest beer shop in Bridgend. Or if you go online, nearestbeershop.com, you can use the voucher code where you get 5% off your orders, Stone the Crows, all lowercase, and it's free delivery over £60. So there we are. So while I've kind of mentioned that, the head has dissipated away quite a bit. Let's get the aroma on the beer. Did they mention the word zippy? Because I have that in my head now. Zippy and zesty, did they? Yes, they did. It's funny. That's why I don't read the back of a can an awful lot before a review, because things get implanted in your brain and you end up just referencing what's on the back of the can to your audience. Little bit of light tangerine orange coming through. It is zippy, it is zesty, it is, I'm doing it again, aren't I? It's orange peel, a little bit of marmalade, touch of grapefruit. Excellent aroma. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Stone the Crows. That is superb. Superb beer, great drinkability. Really nicely carbonated beer. Beer gets pushed around the inside of the mouth by all that carbonation. It's zesty, it's zippy, it's citrusy, there's some grapefruit there. There's a little bit of balance there too. I say a little bit, they've called it an extra pale ale. I'm going to say this is a little bit more than your usual sort of New England IPA. I think we're moving slowly past New England IPA. I think we're kind of heading towards the territory now where West Coast IPA is making a comeback. This beer's got a really good bitterness on the back end, hence the word extra pale ale. The word extra is going to be more than likely extra hops. We can have a read at the back of the can in a moment, but you still have that malt over here. Ideally, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, ideally I probably could have perhaps taken the beer out of the fridge maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes earlier. It is still quite cold. It is still quite cold. It's probably a little bit too cold for my liking. I say that because the more you warm a beer up, the more you get that malt flavour come through, the more that balance comes through. I'm not standing here telling everybody to drink warm beer, but we're heading towards October here in the UK, and that's normally the month where I go, hey, I'll stop using my fridge. If the temperatures go down to below 7 degrees in the night times, I'll leave the beer, well, I used to, I've got a lot of clutter, but I used to leave the beers all over the back shelf there and just pick one out and review it. That way you're picking up the malts, you're picking up that quality malt coming through. My ideal beer drinking temperature would probably be about 10 degrees, maybe 11 degrees, because of course you're picking up those malts. And that's just a scientific thing. That's just science. The reason why John Smith's Extra Cold existed back in the day is because they wanted you to drink it extra cold, because they didn't want you to taste all of the horrible flavours in the cheap, nasty ingredients that they were using to produce the likes of John Smith's. That below 4 degrees was killing off all of those, what I see as probably glucose flavours now in the beer. It's why in the craft beer world you don't really see extra cold. You don't see extra cold beers. You see chill your beers. You see put your beers in the fridge, but nobody's telling you to drink the beer freezing cold. I like that. They're a great brewery, our Bullhouse. No real description on the side of the can. Brewed in Belfast. Barley, wheat and oats. Let's give it a rating. One more road trip before the season ends, I think. Maybe one more cheap camping trip fitted in. I like this beer enough. I call it a Stone the Crow's beer to begin with. It's really tasty, it's really refreshing, it's really zippy. It's beautifully drinkable at 4% ABV. It's a Stone the Crow's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.